Hey, what's up, guys? Alex with Lem Studio here, the best place to find tools that actually fix your problems. And let me tell you, I'm super excited to introduce our newest tool. And with that being said, let me show you it and explain why LemCoach here has probably saved us 6 figures in blown deals. So here's the problem we had, right? We hired a sales rep, we gave them a pitch deck, and had them shadow on a couple calls maybe, and then threw them out to the lines, to the phones, right? To have them pick them up and start ringing. Well, they did. And what happened? They started burning through our pipeline. No, every fumbled discovery call, every objection they couldn't handle, that was real revenue walking out the door for us. So that's when we realized that the old way was learning by failing on real prospects, and the new way could be practicing with AI before they ever touch the prospect, right? So that's where LemCoach came in. And with that being said, let me show you some of the coolest features. We have 3 basic pillars who have become absolute game changers for everyone on our team. These include practice scenarios, scenario builder, and our roast mode, or that for me personally. So let's start off the bat with practice scenarios, which is probably the most common use case of LemCoach. So off the bat, you can see we have over 760 different scenarios, filtered by name, industry, specific case use, whether objection or churn rate, cat handling, anything you can imagine, more and more is included here. So yeah, let's take a look at all levels, because we also have it filtered by that, by beginner, intermediate, and advanced, so everyone can start their journey on on the same foot. And yeah, as you can see, over 760 different situations, super specific. For example, agricultural, biological, or agricultural, carbon credits, or whatever. So you can see pretty complicated, for me at least. And so let's just show beginner only for now. And as you can see, we have athlete performance, asking after a meeting, asking great questions, appropriate humor, active listening, any little thing that your SDR might need to or learn or benefit from before you actually send them on that cold calling journey they're about to begin in. This would definitely be very useful before. So yeah, 760 different scenarios built by sales people who were actually in the trenches at some point in time. And yeah, at one point or another found themselves in these situations and decided that they didn't want other people to face them as well, or at least without help. So here you have them, super helpful, been an absolute game changer for our team. And with that being said, let's move on to the second pillar, which for me at least has been the most helpful out of all of them. And by the way, guys, this is what it looks like when you just start. I didn't want to load it up with my own personal account, since we did have some more sensible data there. But as you can see, the same features, and we have a 7-day free trial in which you can access any and all of our features. So second pillar, and super interesting, our scenario manager. What is our scenario manager? Well, it's our ability to create custom scenarios for your product, your niche, your buying persona. Basically, so your SDRs, BDRs, or whoever it is that's moving your product can train on your sales motion and actually practice your objection handling, right? Your value prop, and so on. So they aren't just giving a generic template so they can read out to the prospects, but they've actually prepared and they're confident by the time they jump on the call, and that time they're sure they can nail it, right? So super interesting, and you can, edit and change basically anything you want. Personal use case, I, for example, created one for El Matador Corp, which is Ilya Topuria as CEO and founder. And yeah, as you can see, you can change the persona type. He's obviously a decision maker in the, let's say, healthcare arena. You can give as much context as you want, or you can go ahead and use a template that we already provide. Definitely super useful. And one of the coolest features we have as well, you can actually change the region and personality style if you're going to be targeting another market, right? Which is an absolute game changer. So super cool feature there. And we also have live call coaching, which, as you can imagine, is the creme de la creme, right? The cherry on top, since it actually allows your SDRs to hop on a call, and whilst they're on the call, receive indicators of, hey, breathe a little bit more, or you're talking too much, or ask more discovery questions, those type of things. Like you can see your real-time spin question tracking, filler word and danger phrase detection. So if they're like me, who can't stop saying and stuff like that, very Spanish on my part, yeah, everyone can use this to to grow side by side. Some other super cool features we have are our arcade games, brain teasers, as well as speed drills, which work great for your reps to practice a couple times on before they actually jump on any real calls, making sure they're thinking fast on their feet and staying agile. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. A absolute great tool here to practice your sales training on. So give it a shot and take care, guys. Thanks.